Hello, this is Damian Fleece, and this is also Let's Play Survival, maybe. Welcome back for another episode. I wanted to show off my very first mob grinder. We're in the Let's Play Survival, and this thing was very hard for me to build. It's my very first one. Now, I've built a wither farm, I've built a blaze farm, I've built a zombie farm. But all of those had spawners where they would actually spawn the stuff. And this mob farm does not have anything like that. And it's not exactly like anybody else's either. They're all similar, but this one I had limited supplies and I did exactly what I could do with it in the Let's Play. And died about 5 times, I think, trying to make this thing. So let's have a look at it. The only redstone is that button, a line of redstone with a repeater, 2 repeaters down here, and 2 dispensers with lava in them. This thing serves one purpose only. I'm in creative, by the way, because, like I said, I died 5 times, so I'm being very careful. The only thing this does is I'm having a problem with spiders. Spiders will fall down, then they'll come back up, and they'll fall down and come back up. So I put these 2 dispensers here, and you can see I've got some signs right there. And if the spider falls right up in here, they usually climb under there right next to those dispensers. Then I just pop the button. It shoots a blade out right there that covers this entire area, and then I hit the button again and it goes away. And the only purpose that serves is it kills spiders, because I'm having so much trouble they'll clog up the system. Now I've AFK'd for about 5 hours, and I will show you the drops real quick. I've got a few things to actually show you, but now this is 5 hours of AFK, and we've managed to get a pretty decent amount of stuff. Now, I mean, it's not going to be great. I got 21 arrows I can add. I'm finally getting arrows. It's not going to be great. It's not a super mob grinder. Everything dies and you get all kinds of loot. But it does okay. And it gives me stuff that I need. But what it is it's 128 blocks above the ground. And the reason being is mobs won't spawn within 128 blocks or something like that of another spawnable block or something. I'm not really that great with it, but we're going to go in from the top here and I will show you what's on the inside. Oh, look, spiders. Yeah, see, they get right there and they clog the system up. So that's why I actually have a thought to add, to go back to the Nether and get magma blocks and put them around the hole right here. So whatever hits it will take damage. So this spider trying to hang out around the hole will be taking damage from the magma blocks, and see if that will work. But as you can see in here, there is no redstone. There's nothing but these shelves, basically, and they have trapdoors all the way around them. The reason being is, now that I'm quoting people, but enemies like skeletons and zombies and stuff like that will see this as a solid block and they'll think they can walk over it, and they'll actually walk over the edge and fall in. So that's why those are there. But the only water mechanics is down here, and I've built up the corners. Just like I saw on Avomance's video, he always builds his corners up like that. So I built the corners up, and I put water in each corner, and it flows out to the middle here, but doesn't go over. Why is he catching on fire before he falls? Oh, because I have it open and it's daytime. That's why. Okay. Yeah, I'm an idiot sometimes. But I've definitely got to do something about the spiders, because like I said, they clog the system up. But let's go ahead and look at the rest of it. It took me about 6 hours to build this thing, It took me about 3 hours to farm up all the cobblestone I was going to need, and I wanted to differentiate the bottom when I was building it. And it's not symmetrical at all. It doesn't match up. Things are on different sides. But it was my very first attempt, and it's semi-successful. So, but let's go down, and I'll show you the collection system and all that. Right now, I've got, and I tried to hook it up coming out this way, but I couldn't make it work right. I got to do some more studying on how to hook up. So what I did is I just went straight down with all the chests and the hoppers, and everything drops into this one. Everything drops into this one, and it goes, and if it fills up, though, I've got 4 chests here, because, if I AFK longer than, if I AFK a long time, or if I just don't check it for a while or whatever, I've got plenty of room. Let's see, time set day, I want it daylight, but I've got hopper set up here. Oh, sorry, hole. I got hopper set up here, and everything will drop. There's nothing's going to live through that drop. If it drops from the top all the way down, it's dead. Even witches. You saw the empty bottles in there. A witch will not survive the fall. And this grinder, basically, it gets spiders, it gets creepers, it gets zombies, it gets skeletons, witches. It gets all of them. It won't get Enderman, though. It will not summon an Enderman because it's only 2 blocks high. But I needed something, because you guys know I've been out of arrows for I don't know, 4 episodes now, and getting 1 or 2 here and there, and then trying to get stuff collected up to make those arrows. It was just taking a lot of time, and this thing right here, if I go AFK for 4 hours, I'm going to get some arrows, guaranteed, because the skeletons are going to get summoned, they're going to fall through, I'm getting arrows, hands down. But I wanted to show this off, because actually it is my first. I'm kind of proud of it. I know there's a lot better ones out there, and I will build some eventually once I learn how to do that. But just for, because I run the Average Joe server. We're Average Joe here, baby. Just for throwing this together and taking a few ideas and hoping it works, this thing works pretty good. It gets some good stuff. So anyway, that's that. You can see the cobblestone pathway going off to the village. I have another conundrum there, but let me show you some other stuff that I've built up here. You see this is a new addition right here. Again, my building skills are improving, but very slowly, so this is probably ugly as hell, but that's okay. This is a temporary storage for me, because I needed something besides those chests down there. The creepers kept blowing up continuously. So what I've done is I made a bunch of chests and item frames. I built this building, and then I've tried to put everything, in the appropriate chest. This is a miscellaneous wooden chest. It's got sticks and stuff like that in it. And then important, treasures and stuff. Redstone and lapis. Horse. And then my treasure, my gold and diamonds and emeralds and stuff here, and then just stuff spread out, mob drops and stuff like that. So this is just a temporary storage facility, because I've been looking at, well, honestly, I've been watching a lot of mumbo jumbo videos and looking at his storage systems, and I'm going to attempt something like that eventually. Not right now, though, because that's still way beyond me. We've got a few chickens. I built a chicken coop. I need to light it up, though, because zombies will spawn inside there still. Luckily, 128 blocks up generally doesn't affect down here or up there. They don't interact, really. I was lighting up all the caves below me, not because of the mob grinder, but because I get, like I said in the previous video, New Orleans Mardi Gras. And I dug straight up from where I found a zombie spawner. So it's straight down from here if I've got all my stuff done correctly, because I moved away from it just a little bit. But straight down from here in a cave system below a cave system at the top here. So 2 cave systems down, there is a zombie spawner. And I'm probably going to make a zombie spawn farm down there. I don't know if I'll need it though, because I get a lot of rotten flesh from this thing. But at least with the spawner, you put yourself in range of the spawns, and they're going to drop, and you're going to get them, and you'll get more than zombie flesh. But I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do just yet there. But here's a conundrum. I need iron to build the rail to the village. Well, I need villagers to build an iron farm. So I've been thinking, and I've been watching some videos, and I may just use a boat. The idea is to build an area up somewhere over here that's close, and use a boat, put the villagers in the boat, and row your boat from the village to here. I've seen them do it. I'm not exactly sure the mechanics and the science behind it, but if I can get some villagers here by boat, then I can make a villager breeding farm. That's what I'm sorry, a villager breeding farm, and then I can start breeding the villagers, and then we'll be fine, because I can get villagers up into stuff with water elevators and stuff like that. I can get them where I need them there, and then we can build an iron farm, and we can start getting iron. But then once I do that, I really don't need the rail. So it's quite the conundrum for me, and I think I'm going to put it on a back burner for right now. Right now I have a mob grinder. I know where another spawner is. I've got caves here that I'm going down, and I'm getting mats and resources and all that. I've got food growing. It took me an hour to find sugarcane on a river over there, and I've got it started. It's slowly coming together here. Eventually this entire thing is going to be nothing but sugarcane. The reason being, I can trade paper. That's the only reason I need sugarcane, is so I can make paper and sugar. But one thing that I have in mind that I think I'm gonna build it on video is a neitherwort farm. And basically what that is, it's set up pretty much like my average Joe carrot and potato farms are. But I'm gonna need 8 dispensers, 10 repeaters, a lot of redstone, and I'm gonna need at least one full stack of soul sand, because I do an 8x8. And once I get that built, I can plant the neitherwort. I can push a button once it grows, the water comes through, harvest everything into a chest. I replant it and let it grow again. And all I do is push a button, and the only maintenance you have to do is just replant the neitherwort. And that's gonna put my production in neitherwort through the roof. And especially if I build 3 or 4 of them, I've got so much room here, I can build whatever I want to build. I also have been looking at different ways to build, because you all know I want to build up in the trees. This is a jungle environment. I've always wanted the jungle environment. Now, one thing that I saw is they took a tree and they built a bigger tree. They built up around it with the root system and limbs coming out of it, and they were like, your limbs want to be half the size of the trunk, and they just built this huge tree and turned it into this really big tree house, with buildings out on the branches and stuff like that. And I thought that was a really good idea, but I don't know, I don't know how well it would fit in with the jungle. Other than, I could also come and just build platforms around the existing jungle trees at their current size. Don't make them any bigger, and then on those platforms bridge out to the other trees, and then build houses on those platforms around the trees and stuff, which seems more natural to me. That seems like something you would do in the jungle. And there's no big mother tree in the jungle, so that's the second idea I had. So we're working on starting to build up. You can see I've cleaned out all around the undergrowth. I've cleaned all that out, and because it gets really crazy, this undergrowth stuff. I've gotten a lot of wood. the mines over there have given me a lot of cobblestone, and people pick on me for using so much cobblestone, but it's easily available. I mean, what do you want me to do? Go get polished andesite to build stuff when I've got cobblestone right here that I can build with right now? Later on, I can get other materials to build out of. I really like stone brick. Um, it's just, I like the gray shades of stone. Granite's okay, but it's not my favorite by far. Iskall has given me a hatred for diorite, but that's not going to last because diorite, with my current resource pack, raw diorite looks like marble. It's beautiful, and I really like how it looks. Give me a drink here. So I hadn't done one of these in a while. We've been working on the Average Joe server, but I've been putting a lot of work in on this side too. And again, I know that that is not a premium build, but it's my first one. It works, and I like it. Um, I know there are other things that can be done to make it better. I know that it's ugly as hell, really, but those are what's going on right now, and I will definitely do more videos on it whenever we get more stuff added. So that's about all I have for right now, and thank you for watching, and we will be back with another one soon.